Hi friends, I just received a new version of LetPot Max 21-pot hydroponic system. I reviewed the older version in the past and I liked that version so much. All my experiments from that version got really successful. So this is a new version. It has few upgrades. Let's see what it looks like and what are the new features it came with. First things first, a user manual. This is one big upgrade. In other words, this is a big addition to this new model. So this model came with the 2-pod tray. This is really important when I'm growing some bigger plants like tomatoes, peppers or cucumbers. I won't be able to use all 21 holes when I am growing tomatoes. So having this kind of tray is really going to be very helpful. I really like this new addition. Like the previous model, it also came with 21-pod tray. Wow. This is not necessarily an upgrade, but they changed it from plastic to paper. From the gardening point of view, this is not a big deal, but I'm a big fan of sustainable environment. I really care about everything related to sustainable environment. So I'm so happy to see this kind of paper packaging. This is definitely much better than plastic. Everything came in paper packaging. I really appreciate the company to go for paper packaging instead of plastic. Now let's open the packaging one by one and see what all the accessories it came with. "21-pot baskets, the 21 sponges, then it has germination cover, tags, support rods, shade covers. The previous version did not include these support rods. Now they included it. This is really nice. In most cases, I don't need the support rods, but definitely I have few cases where I need support rods, especially when I'm growing plants like peppers. Then the plant tags. I have been doing hydroponic gardening for 6 to 7 years and I never use the tags because I know exactly what I'm growing in each garden. Then the germination domes. These domes are very useful to trap the moisture and help the germination process. Then the pod hole covers. These hole covers are very important because I'm not going to use all the holes all the time. If I'm growing small plants like lettuce, I might use all holes. But if I'm growing some bigger plants like, let's say, kale, I'm not going to use all the holes. So in that case, I can use these hole covers to cover the unused holes. I really love the addition of these covers. Then a hose for automatic water refilling. These are the pots with special sponges made for this 2-pod tray. This is really nice. I'm a little bit worried that I may not be able to find these kind of sponges. Hopefully, LetPot sell these sponges separately. or I might find some alternative sponges. Let's see, I will keep exploring and update you. Anyways, I definitely like this kind of sponge and a separate tray made for 2 plants. Then the plant nutrition. This is the same nutrition that came with previous versions. This is AB nutrition. These are dry nutrients. We have to dissolve the nutrients and use the nutrient solution as needed. Then some stickers that we can use on the small pots. And these are the stickers we can use on the bigger pots. Finally, the power adapter. Then the bowl. It looks very similar to the previous one, but I see some changes. The first one is this bowl is a little bit stable compared to the previous one. Looks like it is much thicker than the previous one. I can really feel the quality. Then they added some sponge behind the water sensor. In the previous version, there is a chance that the roots will go inside this water sensor and the water sensor gets stuck and might not indicate the exact water level. But having this kind of a sponge behind the water sensor is definitely a great addition. I wish the other companies like Aerogarden will learn from this kind of practical usages and make improvements in their systems. Water sensor getting stuck is a very common problem with Aerogardens. I always have to open the water sensor and clean up any roots. Hopefully, the sponge is going to block the roots. That's pretty much. Everything else looks same as the previous version. Here is the pump. There are a couple of sponges. This is a little bit tricky. I wish they can improve this process. Especially the sponge that goes behind the pump. I don't think this sponge is really useful. I think it is just some overkill. Then there is a sponge that goes in front of the pump. This sponge is really useful because this is going to block the roots getting into the pump. Then there is one more sponge that goes into the cover, and this cover goes on the pump. Alright, that's pretty much. Oh, there is some packaging material. Make sure to open it and remove it. Okay, that covers everything from the hardware point of view. Now let's see what has changed from the software point of view. I'm going to turn on the system and connect this system to my app. Then I will show you what has changed in the app. I just want to call out one last thing. The light panel is attached to the bowl. I had a lot of difficulty on my previous version of this LetPot Max to detach the light panel, but they definitely improved it. This comes off really easy. I'm very happy for this change because detaching the light is very important for me to clean the bowl. It is nearly impossible to clean this bowl when the light is attached. So I'm so happy to see the light can be detached so easy. Now let's see how much we can extend the lights. We can extend the lights up to 22 inches. This is really amazing. The panel looks exactly same as the previous version. The Wi-Fi configuration is very easy and very straightforward. I was able to connect the device to my app within 2 minutes. Now let's see what has changed. There is a little bit of new interface for water level, and this is about switching between grow modes, then the LED timings, then the brightness. All these are available on the previous model as well. Then there is auto mode for refilling water and nutrition, then cycling pump, and at the end the planting days. It has some advanced mode, and in the advanced mode we can set up the nutrition solution. If the plants are growing big and if you want to bump up the nutrition, we can actually add the nutrition solution automatically from the nutrition reservoir. That's pretty much. I don't see many changes, but this controlling of nutrition solution is definitely a great add-on. We can just add the nutrition solution to this nutrition reservoir and we can simply press the button to pump the nutrition into the water. That is going to be very convenient. Alright, that's pretty much. I definitely liked this new version with additions and upgrades to the existing system. I'm so happy that LetPot is listening to the customers and they keep on focusing on making improvements. So good job LetPot, keep up the good work and make more practical changes. Bring in more practical functionality and make the gardening life easier. Now I'm going to experiment this garden with many more plants. I'm going to immediately start an experiment growing tomatoes using these new pods. In fact, this time I'm going to start this experiment and I'm also going to do a side-by-side comparison with Aerogarden Bounty Basic. Let's see how this LetPod stand up with Aerogarden Bounty Basic. Wow, I'm definitely liking this new addition. Usually if I want to grow 2 plants in this pod, I definitely have to spend a lot of time figuring out where should I place those 2 plants. But these pods are perfectly positioned. I don't need to think anything. I can simply place seeds and let it go. Alright, that is all my friends. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.